Welcome to our channel, Loving Handcrafts by BMW. This is Brenda. So I am going to be doing some die cutting for no particular reason other than I'm thinking for Halloween, because I've been playing with my tags and I love tags. So I was tagging around is what I call it, and I got a new tag set that I've been playing with, and I had some die cuts that I did a while ago that I didn't know what I was going to do because I was practicing my inking, and these are pretty, small things to do. So I did this for Christmas, so I was like, okay, well, let me put them on some tags. So that's what I did, and I'm like, well, it's nice for Christmas and all, but Halloween is coming up, so what do I have in my stash? This is just for Christmas that I could do right now. And then I have some other dies that I don't know what I did with them. I can't find them. But I didn't look very hard, to be honest. But I did do this tag once before. This is from the Spellbinders tag. So again, here's a thing. Me using things that I've purchased. So I want to do this again because I really love this. But I also found this guy that I didn't use, and I thought that was really pretty. I haven't used this one yet. Really kind of neat. And it'll get me into my scrap bin. Like, I got all these scrap papers, so it's like, okay, well, let me just figure out what I could use and start creating things, because I'll end up using these in something. So I'm going to put these aside, but that's not today's project, but those turned out really well. So I've got my little bitty Altenew die cutting desktop thing here, itty bitty tag die cut. So let's do some die cutting. And I'll open this. I know I have some other monsters. What was this? This is September, so I just gotta find them. Yeah. I think I'm gonna use everything in this, but I'm gonna do a couple of them. So let's just see what we got here. Keep that out for inspiration. All these itty bitty dang gone pieces. In here good. Okay, yeah, see, there you go. I'm just destroying that because I can't take it. So yeah, this is what we got. We got a sentiment strip. Okay, boom. That's what I do for my, just put them on the thing so they won't be flying all over the place. Okay, so I don't know what this is. So this is the body, so we'll start there. So we'll start with the body, because that's the one I can recognize. And I can do the hat too. Looks like these are got a little emboss area where you can know where to stick things. That's the hat, so we'll do that. Okay, we'll do that next. Oh, we could do it with that. Okay, let me put, that's the pet band. Not sure. It looks like these are the things here, but I'm not sure. This itty bitty one. So I'm going to stick that on the magnet. These look like the eyes. Put them up there. This looks like that. I'm assuming that's that. Okay, yeah, that's that piece. So we'll do that. And then I'll stick this over here. Okay. So basically this little doodad here is just a dollar store frame with a piece of magnet stuck. I took out the glass and just put some magnetic sheet on there, and then that way I won't lose those little bitty pieces of dies because it's a hot mess. Alright, so I'm going to leave this for inspiration up here. So I think I'm going to do two different color frogs bodies, because I grabbed out two different sheets of green. One more green. Yep, and then I got this acid green here. Okay, so I think I'm going to do these two and these two, because I want to do a couple of frogs. So we will do, this is going to be for the that part, so we'll do that over here. This is going to be the green. Let's cut this down a little. And then, you know, while I'm here, I might as well cut out more than one. Put this up. I'm going to lose that. Make this a little smaller. You know? I don't have my tray out. So let's do that for him. Turn that over. And then I got for the hat. Could have swore I got out some. I was more than confident that I took out some black glitter paper for my scraps. Okay, I don't see it. I could have swore I grabbed it. I must have dropped it back in there. So, this is my scrap bin. Let's see if I can find some. I can't really see what I'm doing. I usually have, wow, usually can find, I wanted to make the hat using some sparkly, okay, I'll be right back. I gotta find it. Found it. Put that back up. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna cut that up. Here we go. Should be just enough. Alright, so that should be just enough for that. So hopefully they'll stay in place. I really love this. I really love this little one. Oh, but might be able to get 2 frogs out of that. I'll move it down. Sometimes if you hold it down just right, I'm going to cut that frog foot out. Should be able to, there we go. So I'm just going to roll it through. So this is the kind of thing that I do on a Friday night. If I'm not going to ink blend, I'll just sit and watch television and do some die cutting. I mean, would it go faster with the bigger machine? Yes. But there's something intimate about this, so that's what we're going to do. Put you here. Okay. So there's one frog. See? Nice guy. See, and then I'm going to run the hat through one more time, because I can tell it didn't cut all the way through. This is some pretty thick cardstock. And this does really good. I got this from Altenew. Now, if you don't like this white, I'm going to hit this up with some black ink around here. And you can smudge up the frog, too, with some black. I think this shifted a little bit. All right, we put that over there. So let's run it one more time. Let's run it through one more time. This is a good way of using up your scraps. I'm going to do the hat by itself. Might have to go get my tray. And hopefully I'll have enough room for the frog. Whoops. Let's see. Yeah, perfect. Okay, but I'm going to run the hat by itself. So, yep, this is what I do on a Friday night. Hold that pretty tight. Run it through. Do I have a tray? Oh, I do have a tray over here. I'm just running it back and forth. Yep, it worked. Cool. There we go. So I'm done with the hat. If I want to do some more, grab my little tray. I do have a tray. Put that there. Some little die cuts. Let's run the frog again, and then now that I'm going to do my frog again, of 2 frogs, I will go ahead and do my purple hat band. Well, I got that out. Be more organized. So here's my purple. Look, I'm making a mess. Can you see the mess over here? It's a mess. But I'm about to clean it up because I can't take it. I cannot take it. Alright, move the monster out the way. Oh, I can make that a little smaller. Do a couple of those. The only, and I like using this, don't get me wrong, but the only bad part about this is if you're going to do multiples. This is why I like my Cricut. Man, you can do multiples and it'll cut it out all at the same time. It's the only downside about using a manual. Because if I was using my Cricut, I could do like, whoop, back out, 3 or 4 instances of the same item. Just copy, and cut. But that's okay. Which gives me an idea, because I was like, I don't have a lot of Halloween die, so I need to make some tags, but I might go looking in my Cricut design space. Okay, we're still looking good. Bring that back through. Ooh, perfect. Doop. Oh no. Okay, no, yeah, that's perfect. Perfect. So you don't want to see this little bitty die piece? Don't want to lose that, man. That'd be heartbreaking. Which I have lost them on my desk. So I'm going to cut out another one, and then I'm going to do another frog. So cut out 2 frogs, but I want to do another body of the frog as well. So I want to do another color, and I'll decide which one I want to use. But I'll have some options. That neon acid green frog would work. But like I said, this is a scrapbooking project because I have a lot of just scrap paper, and I'll get a chance to use it. I can use it in it. Like if I was going to make a mini notebook, which I was thinking about, making a mini Halloween notebook, then this would be something perfect for that, like to go on the front of it. Okay, let's run this through. Which is good because I do have some Halloween paper that I could use. Put that up. And if I wanted to make more, then I can. Okay, so look at the difference. And it's the same frog, but different color, like a different aesthetic. Okay, move that out of the way. Yep, I can use that more. I get one more band out of that. Let's get one more band, just in case. You lose one, you'll have it. I don't want to waste that paper, you know. So I'm going to do another frog. And so you just kind of do as many as you are comfortable with. Until you have enough. But if I'm already here die cutting, and that's my thought, I'm already in here die cutting. Move this over. Let's just stick that on top of that. I might as well do a lot of them. So I already have, oh, that's the wrong way. Cut into that. So I might as well just do a whole bunch of them, since I'm going to go through all this manual work. Here, click, and run it back through. I really like this. Alright, so I think I got enough frogs for today. So I got 2 of each, at least. I might end up doing more hats, so I might want to go back and do another hat. Let's see, 1, 2, did I do 3? 3. Can I squeeze one more out of here? Little trash can. Clean up. I don't have all these little pieces at the end of the day. Can I get one more? Because I got 3 and I got 4 frogs. So I need one more band. Oh, I'm really milking this paper for all it's worth. Let's see if I can turn it. Okay, let's turn it this way. Alrighty. Okay. I got some little tape because I need this to stay in its spot. So I'll try to tape it down so it won't come up. There we go. Let's get one more hat band. Although I could have put something else on here. Oh yeah. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this body. So let's do the, next I'm going to do this part. So let's do that. Here's, so I'm going to run it through again. I'm going to do this twice. Then I'm going to use the other color, the other green. And then I'll do 2 more hats too. But I'm going to use, for the hats, I'm going to use not the glitter. I might, so I can use it up. How about that? Okay, so that's that. Okay, get rid of that. One more. Put that back up. See how small these pieces are, man? You can lose them on your desk, which I have done before. It's not fun. What else can I do? Okay. So for the eyes, what I end up doing is for the eyes of the frog. Okay, let me. That's the green. I end up using, I might not use that. I end up taking a piece of black cardstock. And I usually just cut a strip and stick it back there, because who wants to cut out those little bitty holes? You know? That's crazy. And I don't know what these are for, but I don't know. I don't know. I guess you could cut the eyes out right here. That little one. But I'll do it. But that's not typically how I do it. But we will do that. So I had 2 greens. I lost my green. So that was one body. That was the other body. That's this green for that frog. So that's not the green I'm looking for. Look how, see, if I don't stay organized, look how messy I get. That's the frog green. Where's my other green, green, green? Did I throw it away? What did I do? Okay, I guess I could use the same green. Let me get some other black. That black cardstock that I had, this right here is too thick. I need something thinner. So I'll just grab this. These eyes, I'm assuming this is what this is for. I have not made this before, so I do not know. Looking at my desk. All right, let's run this through. It's not like they come with instructions, you know. I guess you could watch the video if someone's ever used this to figure out what to do with these eyeballs. I am going to assume that it goes like that. That's what I'm assuming. And I think that assumption is correct. So where okay, there's the other one. Boop. Paper piecing. Let's do it again. Alright, okay, I gotta pick out another green. It's the same color. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use this green. Yep. Okay. And then I will do the whites for the eyes, and then I'll figure out what I'm going to do with the trick or treat. Trick or treat. I think I've said this one before. I guess I am bitter. I'll never forget going trick or treating and someone stealing my candy. Oh, and I know his name. Took my candy, snatched my candy. I was very upset, and my brothers had no sympathy. All that walking for nothing because someone snatched my loot bag. Not someone, I know whose name is. To this day, will never forgive and forget that guy. He was a teenage boy too. Okay, so that's what I'm going to use for this one. So that's going to go. And like I said, they have that embossed line in there for you, so you can place this just right. And I do believe it tucks under. There's a cut mark right here underneath. So it'll tuck in, I'm assuming. Yep, I guess. I have no clue. Looks like it'll tuck in there. But we'll get to that when we get to it. Alright, so that was 2 sets of eyes. Let's put those up off the here. So what I ended up doing for the little cutting plates, I'm going to turn this over so I can cut on this side. But I tried to put a little thing here to let me know this was the plate to cut into. And I forgot and cut into this plate. But I try to keep one plate where I don't cut into it at all. And then I just rotate this plate over and over again. Like just flip it and flip it and flip it. Cut so many times. And then that way it keeps it from warping. And I've had this for a while now. And it has not worked. Let me move that up because I need... No, okay, I'm fine. And it has not worked at all. So I got I need 2 more sets of eyes. Okay, so I'm going to try to conserve this paper. So what I'm going to do is split this mint tape. And cut this. Alright, because I want to be able to, you know, if I was just doing a couple of sets, I wouldn't care where I place it, but I want to be able to use this one more time and get the most out of this paper. Now, do I have a whole bunch of black scraps? Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. I do. So would it kill me if I didn't use all of it? Or, you know, maximize the space? No, it won't kill me. I don't know if I was planning to make several frogs, but like I said, since you're here, if I had picked out another set of green, do a lighter shade of green, absolutely, I'd do that. Okay, there go the eyes, because these little guys will get lost in the sauce for sure. So that's 1, 2, 3. One more set. So while I'm in here cutting, don't need that now. Cut all those. I'll go ahead and cut another hat. So I guess I'll use this up. I could have made their eyes glittery too. That would be cool. Hopefully that's wide enough for the hat. Oh, I'm just gonna make it. Oh my God, look, I am just gonna make that. Might have to go grab some more mint tape. I got lucky, man. Okay, well, this one I might have to, okay, let me just take that off. I don't want any problems. Got the eyes for ya. Oh yeah. Okay, I think I'm good with that. Okay, as soon as I started moving that, I'm gonna go this way. As soon as I started putting that plate on top of it, it started moving. I was like, oh no, because I just have enough. But you know, I've been known to cut things short and had to go back and recut it, so it's not a big. But if I can avoid it, maybe down here, this looks a little more rolly. Okay, y'all, it's not that hard. Seriously, it's not that hard, Brenda. Okay, there it goes. I had to tell myself, okay, it's only paper. It's only paper. You can recut it. You've got a bigger piece. Big piece. You can redo it. If you wanted to, if I wanted to reinforce the frogs' bodies, I might go back through and cut it again, like using white or black, just to make it a little thicker. Like I cut this, I don't know if you can see, but this is cut twice, this body. So I didn't have to use foam squares to pop it up and give it a little bit of dimension. And that's kind of what I did. Okay, cool. So, yeah, there we go. This is more comfortable. This is kind of what I did with these guys. So, I cut out some white, I think I put them in here, some white outline for that. Just to build up the body a little bit on the tag, so it wouldn't be so flat. So I might go back through with some white and just cut up some more bodies. And then I can stack them on top of each other. So I'll have a, like I said, I have a thicker, or black. You could just use the black cardstock. Yep, there we go. Oh, it's gonna come through. It's gonna come out. Alright, so everybody's got a witch's hat, because I did get 4 bands, so I got 4 hats. Boop. So I'm not going to worry about that. Alright, so now I got 4 eyes. So let's do this guy for the little cheeks. Oh my god, this thing is so teeny. Okay, and then I think this is for the whites of the eyes, so we'll do those too. Alright, I'm gonna put this away. Put this junk away. Junk goes away. Alright, so I got 2 colors for that. Boop, boop. Okay, I'm gonna use the texture side of this. Oh my god, look at this. The sucker is so small I can barely pick it up. Okay, and then I have some white that I will cut out. I'm sure this was a 12 by 12. Cut it down a little more. Alright, so let's do some whites of the eyes. And run that through. And I think I'll run one set and cut the rest, so you guys don't have to watch me do this. But if you find it relaxing and you want me to, I can continue on. Okay, I have no clue what this is for. Oh my god, look how tiny that is. Yeah, that's for the white of the eyes, definitely. Oh my god, that's so small. I'm gonna have to use my picker. And that's so small for the little cheeks. Pokey tool, let's poke this out. Alright, let's do it again. I'm gonna pause. So I am back, and I took a little bit of time to finish die cutting everything and actually assembling everything so this video could go a little faster. So I went ahead and put together all 4 of the little frogs. So yeah, they turned out really darling. So I'm going to put those together. I put together my little Halloween kind monsters. So I've got 2 different styles. So I'm going to go ahead and work on the frog. But before I got started, see these little pieces here? I went ahead, oh, let me just open that up. And attach these because I was afraid I was going to lose these. So yeah, I went ahead and did that because that was insane. It was an insane thing to do. It was insane. Just because there's a right and a wrong way. There's a left and a right. So I wanted to make sure I get that in there just right. So I'm gonna go ahead and attach the little, whoops, little belly area here. And it doesn't actually tuck in like I thought. It's just some demarcation lines, but it's pretty easy. This frog came together really easy. It was a really easy thing to do. I'm just making sure I got it flush with both sides. There you go. Belly is in. I didn't ink this guy at all. I just didn't ink them. So I'm gonna use, here's the little eyeball right here. So I'm gonna put that on. So what I ended up doing was turning this guy over and then just putting some glue, just dabbing a little glue here. And then I'm assuming there's a right and a wrong way of doing this, but this is the way I did it. And then just attaching it. This is just basically a paper piecing project. And I like the white of the eyes, so I put that in as well. So I'm using my reverse tweezers. I'm just sticking it in as best I can. I'm going to turn it over. And then I'm going to use my little pick and stick tool to pick up any of that glue. Okay, so there we go. then, whoop, whoop, I use this again to put in the whites of the eyes. Now, you don't have to do it this way. I'm assuming you can use a gel pen or something if you didn't want the full white, but I kind of like that look. I'm partial to the white space. So I'm just going to fit them in. And then these are quite tiny pieces. So as you can see, I didn't want to spend all day trying to cut this out while you guys watch me do it. Okay, so that's what that looks like. So I'm just going to pick them back up, if I can get them out of there. I'm just going to do a drop of glue. And then I'm going to, whoops, slide it back in. Well, I guess I can have it going this way. It can come down. Either way, it doesn't really matter. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to pop that out. And I'm going to make sure it goes in the same direction. A little bit of glue in there. And then there is a right and a wrong way for that. There is a right and a wrong. Because it's kind of embossed. So I'll just pop it in. Okay. There we go. I may have it upside down. Okay, there we go, I did. Yep, it looked weird. Yeah, but either way, that's in. Okay? Frock done. Then I'm going to go ahead and put the hat together. That was a challenge as well, because this is glitter. And I can't really see, because there is a score line in there. I really couldn't see it, but I did the best I could. There's a score line for the hat band, and then there's a score line in here. It's very faint. You can't see it for the where you place the frog to get the frog centered. But at this point, I really was not overly concerned about it. I just know that if I get it where the band up high enough for the band, see now, yeah, I got to put some persuasion on that. But I should get it where, let's turn it all, yep. Where the band is looking good, and I'll just put that on there for a minute. I'll put them all under the block. So that took care of that. So what I ended up doing, and I'm going to work on the little guy, is I ended up taking just some white. I could have used black or green, and just to kind of reinforce. I should have put the reinforcement on before I put the hat on, but that's fine. So that would be to make it have a little bit more stability. But I'm going to go ahead and do the frog. So it goes about like that. And if I hold it up to the light, I can barely see the line. But it's all good. So I'm just going to put a little glue right here. And then I'm just going to center this bad boy as best I can, without having to see the line. And when I'm happy with the placement, I'm not going to fiddle with it too much. Boom. Move it out the way. Okay. Now let's put together my little monster. So I decided to do two. So one's darker, lighter, I don't know. Well, anyway. Yeah, this is lighter. So I hit the monster with a little bit of ink that I had left on my tuxedo black. This is Memento ink. I hit it on there to give it a little darkening, and then I did two with the tongue, and then I'm gonna have two without it. I personally like it without it, so that's what I did. So firstly, I'm gonna go ahead and put the mouth on. You can't see it's in here, but I'll bring it. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, here it is. So here's the mouth. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that on there. So what I ended up doing was, it was easier to work on my table, so I just put a little bit of glue right here, right? You guys out the way. You can barely see that, and then I just kind of fit that guy in, just like that. All right. And if you were gonna do the little tongue piece, or yeah, I do the same thing. I just ended up putting some glue right here and then just dropping it on the table. Alright, that took care of that, so I'm going to skip that. So then I'm going to put in the black part right here. So what I did was put some glue here and put some glue here. Turn this guy over and flip it over. It should fit. Okay, there you go. Looks pretty good. Just made sure I didn't have any black parts showing over the edge. And then that comes together pretty quick. Yeah, the hardest part was just cutting all these little pieces out. That was the hardest part. Right, then I'm going to use this. I'm going to do the eyeballs next. So this orange, looks like a handlebar. And then here's the back. So I'm going to just kind of dry fit it real quick. The eyes go here. I actually have some googly eyes. Would that have been fun if I actually used googly eyes? Oh, for this, because I do have some. I have some small googly eyes. It's just where did I put them? I didn't think about it until a few minutes ago. Where are my googly eyes? I'll be right back. I'm gonna go find them. I found my googly eyes. I didn't think about that. I wish I had thought about that. Okay, that's gonna be even funnier. Alright, so I don't want to lose that piece. Alright, so here are my googly eyes. Told you I had some googly eyes. That's gonna be too big. Let me see. I think these are gonna be perfect. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Let's turn that over. Oh, that's gonna be perfect. Oh yeah. Oh my god, that's even better. Oh no. Oh, I might have to make another one. Oh, with the googly eyes. Okay, so that works even better. So let's put a little drop of glue. See if I can pick it up with this. No, I can't. So I'll just have to use my hand. Whoops, my light went out. My other one's about to go out. Turn it back on. Okay, googly eye number one. Oh my god, I wish I had thought about that sooner. What you guys think about the googly eye thing? Isn't that pretty clever? And as you can see, I have a whole bunch of them. I didn't think about it till a few minutes ago. Oh, that is really clever. Alright, so googly eye on. I'm going to let that sit for a minute. Let's just put that on top. Then I'm going to do the arms. And then this is where you get to decide. Like I have one arm going down, and then I have the other arms going up. So I think I'm going to do these arms going up. So if you put it this way, it goes down, but if you put it this way, it goes up. Googly eye. Oh, and yeah, I'll come back to that if I remember. Don't let me forget. So all I did was, again, put a little bit of glue here. Yep, put a little bit of glue there. And then it was easier to move him around than the arm. And then a little bit of glue here. Just some little dots of glue. And then pick this guy up. And then I'll move him up higher. There we go. Booyah. So then the next thing I did was to affix the eyes. Oh god, those are so cute. You're going to be my favorite. I just put a little bit of glue right here. You're gonna be my favorite. And I thought about it earlier. I was like, oh, the frog would be nice with googly eyes too. Oh no, come on, Brenda. Think, concentrate. So there we go. And then I got a monster. Okay. So what I ended up doing was taking a few, just some purple scraps that I had, and then I'm going to put this monster back together like so. So I want this guy, it's too cute, to be a little sturdier. So here we go. So I could have did this in black. I just kept it in the same color family. On that side. So then I'm gonna just put it together like so. I won't put too much glue, but I'm gonna try to get it to come on top of each other. That way, again, I get a little bit more depth. You could have used some scrap paper too from your scrap pile. And I'm loving the googly eye guy. And then it makes it a little bit sturdier. So those are the two. And then for the frog, for the hat, this was white core. You can kind of sort of see it. So I took my marker, my permanent marker, and then I just went over that to kind of hide that white part. So you really couldn't see the white hat, the white poking through from the hat. So that takes care of my monsters. So what I was going to do, and what I'm thinking of doing, and I'll just tell you my idea, is I'm going to put these on tags, right? Well, I've already had some tags pre-made. I didn't make them out of any type of pattern paper, which I might go back and do. You know, I have a collection of tags right here. So I've got my choice of tags. This can make a shaker tag. I wanted to put it on one of those and cut that out. Or if I wanted to make a bigger tag, I can use this to make this tag. Right? Yeah, I think that's the right tag. So I have some Halloween pattern paper, which I could go back and do, and which I think I'm going to do is cut out a tag out of pattern paper and just this one, and then just reinforce it with the black. So I'll cut out two, one on pattern paper, and then another one on black, and then stick them together to reinforce it. But since I didn't have that, I was thinking, well, what could I do? And I was like, well, a moon or a circle. But I have a circle punch. So I was thinking, oh, I just lost one, another one, that I have some double-sided paper that I could just cut some circles. Like I have a full circle here, I can have a half circle there. Thought I had another color or pattern. Was that the one that fell? Okay, that's the one that fell. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and get one of these kids, because obviously, yeah. Let's grab one of these kids. See how that looks. Yeah, give me a little color here. I'm gonna stick a kid in the corner. Then put this here, and then put this guy in this. So he's like on something. He's just not floating in the air, you know. That was my thought. And then I can do, I think I like the rest in peace right here in the corner, and then turn this. Oh. Maybe the spider, the pumpkin. There we go. And then I can stick like this one, and he's on something, like he's got something to rest on. He's just not floating in the air on the tag. Kind of like this is anchored, like right here. I'm sorry, this is anchored here, and then that's like in between. So he is floating, but he's anchored by the yeah. Okay, that was my thought, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Not overthinking it, just doing. It doesn't have to be perfect, and then that's what you have to tell yourself. You just have to get it on there. So my thought process is, once I finish this, go back through and cut, maybe I'll put that right here. Go back through, and I've got some pattern paper, and then cut one of these out and then reinforce it. But I really want the kids in here, so I'll do that. And then who's ever sticking over the side, I'll just chop it off. Yeah, he's got to have a rest in peace up here. And then that way, you know, I could have did some solid colors too. But I don't know what I'm going to do for the monster. I think I'm going to use some pattern paper. Okay, I want that to be, I want to see that rip. Let her rip. Okay, yeah. Alright. Okay, there goes the kids go. So the next thing I'm going to do, I think, is then I'm just going to cut off some of this right here. Get it close to the edge. And then I don't have anybody else sticking off the edge. So I'm going to take a little foam squirt and then pop him up. I don't need them. I don't like them popped up, actually. I don't like them popped. Do I like them popped up or don't I like them popped up? I'll leave it popped up. But I need to put something there. I don't think I like it popped up. But I'll leave it on there. The next one won't be popped up, but we'll see. Maybe I didn't like it because I didn't have anything on the hat. Just felt weird. Yeah, I'm sorry. There you go. Yeah, it's alright. I like it. So yeah, so that's just one tag down. Several more to go. But I don't think, oh, I was supposed to reinforce this guy, but that's good. It's all good. We'll just leave this one alone. I'll reinforce it. And then there he's on a his little, oh, lily pad. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go to my Cricut and I'm gonna cut out a lily pad. But there's my tag. And if I want, if this feels a little not sturdy enough, I'll just, which is probably what I'll do, is I'll go ahead and yeah, I'll go ahead and glue this back on. So these tags is for my, I cut these out on my Cricut, and I just, one day I just took some time and cut out black and white tags with stitches on my Cricut because I don't have a die that has the stitching. I don't have a die that does the stitching with a tag, so I just use my Cricut. But I think I'm gonna go back and try to find a lily pad for him to sit on, because I don't have a lily pad die, but I do have Cricut. So that's one thing I'm going to do, but that turned out too cute for words. Do a little tassel on here, and he is good to go. So, oh yeah, there's my monster. So here's this guy, googly eye. I don't know what I'm, like I said, I think I'm going to go get some pattern paper and put him in front, and and then put this black in the back. Cut it out, and then I think that's what I'm going to do. So you might see that at the end on my thumbnail for the video. So hey, if you like Halloween like I do, and you love crafting for Halloween, like, comment, subscribe, and I will talk to you guys next time. I'm on my way to 300 subscribers, or 500, 300 to 500 by the end of the year. So you guys be blessed. Take care, and I will talk to you later.